In today's video, I'm going to share about the importance of surrendering. Stay tuned. Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name's Fola, and here on Deep Mind Squared, we talk all things bridging mental wellness and spirituality for nurses. In this video today, I wanted to share a bit about my personal journey with surrendering, where I'm at this point, and the benefits that I think anyone, every nurse, whoever you are, can add to your life if you allow the universe to show up for you. So I was just contemplating sitting here today about just how awesome things seem to be going in life and hearing people's stories and experiences of things shifting for them. And there's a huge part here, in my opinion, around the surrender. And what I've learned over these years is if we can just trust the process, then magical things really do start to happen in our life. And this was highlighted to me in a book by Michael A. Singer. It's called The Surrender Experiment. If you haven't read it, I would encourage you to check it out. He also has another really great book called The Untethered Soul. And I find it interesting because both books have been like paramount on my journey. When I've gone through spiritual emergence or awakening, it's like his stuff is like right there and is so fitting for the situation that I'm in. This won't really be a review of his book. I don't really care too much for his style of writing necessarily, but the concept of what he shares in this pretty much just like a biography of his life, and how he started out and where he went through the process of surrendering, and how there was so much abundance and opportunity and this sense of being able to build community because he just trusted the process. And if you're someone who's dabbled in psychedelics or plant medicine, we all know that surrendering is like a huge topic to any journey. And I think outside any altered state process, it's like we need to be willing to just let go and let God and understand that when we can learn to surrender, very magical and beautiful things can start to happen in our lives. And I say it like it's easy because anyone that knows me personally understands that I'm very much like, okay, this can go here and like I'm working on the surrender process. But I think that's a beautiful thing about this book, hearing his story, that like even though time and time again he was being shown the benefits of surrender, he still had to make that choice of, okay, I need to just chill, just let it go, just trust this process. And it's very much how I operate in life, is that constant reminder and sometimes a challenge of, okay, do I want to let go here? And if I don't want to let go, then what is underlying it? What is that fear or uncertainty? And oftentimes it's the fear of the unknown, the fear of being judged, the fear of failing, or even the fear of success that is kind of holding us from just allowing the world, the universe, to take over. I know for myself right now in my life, the things that I'm experiencing are, here I've come from this mindset of, okay, I want to be a successful human being, and what does success look like to me? Maybe it's having this like really successful business that earns this much money every year and blah, 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 having this many people work under me, or, like we have these sort of concepts of what our success and what our life may or should look like. In actuality, though, what I'm starting to understand is we might think we know, but like ultimately there's usually a bigger, better plan for us that we might have no idea, or we might have these little inklings, but we're not really sure how it's going to play out. And so in his book, he basically highlights how the whole time he's just like, all he wants to do is meditate. I just want to meditate, just get rid of this ego mind, was this thing. How can I just keep doing that? And yet here he was being pulled into these opportunities to create new businesses, create opportunities in his community. He ended up creating like a spiritual community and retreat center. And then I think, if I recall, 'cause it's been a while since I read this, I think there was these like basically building homes and construction. And then it ended with him being part of this huge like corporation where he had developed like a medical management system. So using computer programming, I think in like the 70s or the 80s it would have been. Probably the 80s, right? That makes more sense. But it's like he just kept going with the flow, and people would come to him, new opportunities. If there was something that was going on where he wasn't sure how to take the next steps, it's like magically someone would just show up. And he's like, oh, you're the answer to my prayers. Like, here you go. And that person would want to take over whatever that role was. And I can see this happening like every day in my life with the different organizations I'm part of and these opportunities that come knocking. And I've learned it's about really allowing this balance of surrendering and also staying within the vision for my life. Like, what is it that I hope to dream and create in this world? Are the values in alignment with me and my values? Are the visions that people are holding something that I truly can stand behind and that I feel called to? And it's about checking all these pieces for ourselves, but ultimately it's this need to surrender, for us to be able to just let it go and trust that no matter what, things are going to work out for us, and even better than we probably could have ever imagined. Be willing to step outside the box and to receive the support. If you start asking or you're looking for guidance and maybe something that you're creating, maybe you're working, and there's this sense of like uncertainty around a certain task or a skill, or maybe there's like some role that you would like to see yourself in at like leadership or whatever that looks like, or even starting your own business. It's like, just start putting those thoughts into your mind and visualizing what that would look like for you. You don't have to have all the answers or the how, but just start to allow yourself the time and the space to visualize and feel what might come up for you. And then trust that people are going to show up in your life to help you along the way. And that's how we can get to this place of like surrendering. And what I got from this book, I mean, he's still alive, I believe, but it's like by the end, all these things were happening, like some pretty drastic, like experiences, let's put it that way. I won't spoil the book for you if you decide to get it. But it's like, even in those trials and tribulations, like he is just constantly like, just keep surrendering, open up the heart, allow the universe to show you what is yours, and allow the universe to guide you through the synchronicities, the medicine signs, whatever you want to call it, those patterns of numbers and things that we can see and have fun with. It's like, if we can just allow that space and know that everything is going to work out in your highest good, no matter what. And even in those trials and tribulations, there are learnings to be had there, and you are being supported. So I just get so excited talking about this whole like this book in general, like just the book. What's it called? My journey into life's perfection. Like, here we think we need to be perfect, but ultimately it's the whole like playing out of this life that we are living and we've been brought here to experience. So allow it to be what it needs to be. And I'd love to hear your comments, your thoughts. Where are you around the whole theme of surrendering in your life? How or where can you start to open up more to the possibilities that are existing around you infinitely? And feel free to like and share this video with anyone you think might be interested in hearing this topic. And I look forward to seeing you all in another video. Take care.